curious, like as you're thinking right now only about Bitcoin, are there other cryptocurrencies that you're passionate about or excited about right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So Bitcoin's not the only game in town, but it is important to note if we look at cryptocurrencies by market cap, Bitcoin is still 70% of the overall cryptocurrency market. And if you go to any sort of price site that lists out the price of different cryptocurrencies, they'll typically track something called the Bitcoin Dominance Index, which is the percent of Bitcoin that the market cap's comprised of. And historically, it's always hovered around 60 to 70%. So I typically talk about Bitcoin the most because it's the asset that I think people are most familiar with. But we're also really actively involved in the Ethereum ecosystem. We have over $1.5 billion of assets under management in our Ethereum ETPs. We've seen a large number of institutional inflows over the last quarter into Ethereum related products and funds. So we're definitely very excited about everything that's happening around Ethereum, particularly with the advent of decentralized finance and how much that's grown over the last 12 months. Other assets that I'm personally really excited about are, there are a lot of new protocols that are launching that are focused on something called Web3, or this idea of re-architecting web services around protocols instead of around corporations. So for example, one project I'm an investor in and excited about is something called Radical, which is building a decentralized GitHub. And a number of crypto projects are already using it to push their code to this decentralized code repository. Another one that's really popular and widely used is a project called Filecoin, which basically is building a new way of storing data using kind of this distributed model as opposed to relying on AWS. And so I think there are a lot of these interesting applications that are emerging. My entire portfolio that I've personally invested in is on my website, meltemdreamers.com. But I think generally the themes I'm most excited about are Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then looking more broadly at some of the changes that are going to come to financial services and compute and connectivity as a result of these new tools that we have in our toolkit. It is taking a long time, right? This is definitely a long evolutionary arc. So would definitely say to everyone on this call, not investment advice, definitely proceed with caution and do your research. Masari.io is a great website that has a lot of in-depth data points and research on each of these different crypto assets. And so highly recommend, finding a source of information you like and getting smarter on it. But there are a lot of great ways in the US now that you can trade cryptocurrencies. And so highly encourage people to start learning and start getting active. And obviously crypto Twitter is also very active, very vocal, and a great way to stay on top of what's going on in the space.